Hello there, what is up? Thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me today. I recently, actually, the day that I'm filming this, I just got back yesterday from a trip to Walt Disney World. You are going to be watching this, though, a few weeks after I get back, so I can say I recently got back from a trip to Walt Disney World, and today I wanted to share with you all of the goodies that I got in a Walt Disney World haul video. So some of these goodies are for me, some of these goodies are gifts, which is why I wanted to wait until a little later on to actually upload this video, and then some of these are for you. Potentially you, because I bought two things to give in a giveaway. At the end of the video, I am going to be giving you the information that you need in order to enter that giveaway. So let's get started. By the way, if you are just stumbling on this video and you have not yet watched my vlogs from my Disney trip, I'll link that playlist down below so you can check it out. So I did not purchase any ears for me on this trip. Thought they were all really beautiful, but I had already gone with two pairs of ears and I was kind of like, not really sure if I want to get another one right now, but what I do like to get every Disney trip is a new baseball cap, and this is the one that I got for this trip. It's a denim cap, and it has Mickey embroidered on the front, and then on the back it has Disney Parks. This was such a lightweight, such a comfortable hat, and I'm definitely going to be using it this summer for my jogs. So Disney offers three different types of coffees. They have Starbucks, they have Joffrey's, and then they have, which they don't actually sell in the parks, with the exception of bags and K-cups, of Mickey's really swell coffee. So I picked up a bag of the blonde roast. Like, I know that you cannot smell it through the camera, but just trust me, this smells delicious. I also just really like the bag. Mickey and Minnie just look so cool. I picked up some items from both Basins on property. So the Basin is one of those, I think they're a third-party company. It's a bath company that, especially like in Disney Springs, there's a lot of third-party companies that just sort of rent out space from Disney for like lack of a better explanation. I don't really know the nitty-gritty details. Ghirardelli and Earl of Sandwich and like Vera Bradley and Sephora, all of those people, of course, Disney doesn't own, but they have locations at Disney Springs, and Basin is one of those cases. So Basin is a bath product company that has one in Disney Springs as well as Basin White in the Grand Floridian, and I actually got products from both Basins. So at the regular Basin in Disney Springs, I picked up two body butters. This one is Sun Butter, and I absolutely love the citrus scent. And so Sun Butter has a lovely citrus scent to it, and what kind of sold this to me was that the worker said it was perfect for sunburns and just after you've been in the sun all day, even if you're not burnt, because it has aloe vera in it. And then I also got a lavender body butter, which is such a calming scent. From the UK Pavilion, I picked up 3 boxes of teas. Now these are from Twinings, I'm never sure how to pronounce it. If you know, let me know in the comments down below, please. But these, unfortunately, in flight, got a little scrunched up, a little damaged, but they still look good on the inside. These, at one point, I'm not exactly sure if they still do. Like, I know they don't still offer this service because of the times that we're living in. Hopefully they come back, but there are 2 places that you can get tea service at Disney. You can get it at the Grand Floridian, and you can also get it at the Rose and Crown pub. Is that what it's called? The pub in Epcot in the UK. And at one point, these were the teas that were made exclusively for those tea services. And I'm not exactly sure if they still are, but I've never seen these tea blends anywhere outside of the UK Pavilion. So we have London Strand Earl Grey. This is the one that got very badly damaged, but it seems perfectly fine on the inside. Medley of Mint. And then my absolute favorite, Rose Garden Black Tea. So these are in no particular order, by the way. I literally just have all the bags on the ground and I'm sort of just pulling them out. So this might seem like a random video, but just please bear with. I probably should have categorized this haul, but that's where my brain is currently. So I was really good with the t-shirts. Usually whenever I go, I purchase a few t-shirts and like some outerwear, like some sort of jacket or something like that. And there was a lot that I wanted to purchase, but this was the first time in quite a while that I flew to Disney. And usually, you know, when you drive down to Disney, you have that element of tons of space that you can buy a lot of things and not really worry about where you're going to put it. And so I was really conscious, at least with the clothes, I was really conscious not to buy an overabundance of clothes because I couldn't fit it anywhere. And I knew I wasn't going to be able to fit it anywhere. So I just bought one shirt and I actually wore it one day in the parks because it was such a hot day. It's a classic Mickey ringer in a light blue. And it says Walt Disney World on it. So there were a lot of really cute t-shirts on property, but the reason I actually bought that one was because I have this shirt that was, I think this one's my mom's shirt. I know they had matching shirts that my parents bought on their first Disney trip. And it's almost identical. It's a blue classic Mickey ringer shirt. And it just made me smile. So they gave this one to me a while back, and I held on to it because I kind of want to shadow box it. But yeah, so this one is the reason that I picked up the shirt that I did. So the next thing that I want to share before I forget is the ring that I am wearing. I picked this one up actually on my last day. So it is two Mickeys with some crystals. Here, this is a Swarovski, is that how you pronounce it? Crystal ring. And I posted on Instagram and I said, you know, after 32 years of being in a relationship, Walt Disney Parks and I decided to actually make it official. So my love for Disney Parks really knows no bounds. Disney had a lot of cute houseware items. And once again, I had to be conscious of the space that I had and couldn't ship back everything. But I picked up these coasters because I thought that they were so cute. I love Disney coasters, and these are all the designs on the back. So we have Mickey, Minnie, Pluto, Goofy, Donald, and then all of the characters together. I picked up an ID holder for work. So for work, I usually wear lanyards from Disney, but my lanyard from this year was really showing some wear and tear. So I got one of those zipline pull ID holders. That's what they are called. So it clips. It also has a little hook here, and it has a place for your ID as well as a spot to put like some money or whatever you would need. On this side is Minnie's bow. And on this side is Minnie Mouse herself. I figured at the very least this would make me smile at work. This is another houseware item that I picked up, and I picked it up from the Italy Pavilion. It is a spoon rest, and Mickey's head is a whole bunch of pasta. He has his bow tie, and then on the handle it says Buon Appetito. And yeah, I just thought this was cute and like a little nod of the hat to Mickey. By the way, this is a good time to point out I'm not really going to be giving you any prices for any of these things. I'm a DVC member, and so I got a discount on most of these items, and so I'm not exactly sure what the real price of these items were or if they will be on sale, because some items were on sale. I mean, none of the items that I purchased were on sale, but I saw that there were a lot of sale items. So these items might be on sale if you're planning a trip down there. A lot of these items as well, there were only like a few left. That is something that I found this year. So I used to go to Disney quite often, and that was a sort of thing that I would kind of stop buying things because I had everything that I wanted from the parks. But it had been 3 years since I had been, so I was expecting a ton of things to call my name, and not a lot actually did. Like I said, like for me personally, some of these things are gifts. So for me personally, not a lot called my name, and that kind of shocked me. I did notice, though, specifically in Epcot, that a lot of the stores were closed in the pavilions, and that a lot of the items were kind of like thrown into one store. And so a lot of the, like, I would say like country specific items were not there. It was a lot of merchandise that had like the spoon rest that I just showed you had that character appeal to it. Some of them, like the spoon rest, I thought was really cute. Some of them I just kind of thought like, well, it looks a little kiddish. I don't need that. So yeah, this was a weird trip for me personally as far as merchandise was concerned. I picked up an oven mitt. That's a Mickey waffle. I don't know why. All of the oven mitts I looked at, but it wasn't until this one that just made me chuckle a lot. One of those oven mitts that you can like do like this to grab out, and I thought that that was really, really clever. So yeah, Mickey waffle on this side, and then on this side it just has like bake, mix, sprinkle, things like that. So there were two bracelets that I really loved in the Magic Kingdom, and I was kind of like going back and forth. I decided on this one. One was a Small World bracelet, but I decided on this one. Let me get it out of the box. Like it came in a box. It was part of the Dots and Dashes collection. It's a cuff bangle bracelet that features Minnie and Mickey. And I bought it because I figured that this would look really good with, I have a Lillian Co. bracelet that has written on it, "Do as Dreamers Do" from Wishes. And so I figured that this would go really well with it. So it has Mickey and Minnie going in for a kiss. And this is what it looks like on. Could not be a hand and arm model. This looks so awkward. Another place that I showed restraint was with the mugs. Two mugs were picked up on this trip. Only one is for me. One is for a gift. And this is the one that's for a gift. I just think it's so cool looking. It's from Expedition Everest. And it says Everest Summit Gear, taking adventures to new heights. And it features the Yeti, but the Yeti is like a hiker. And so it's on both sides. Good size ceramic mug. And when I say good size mug, I mean that I find, not so much this trip, I find that this trip they were kind of like getting away from that trend. For a while, all of the Disney mugs were giant, like something that I would eat like super ice cream in, but nothing that I would put like a hot beverage in, because by the time I would get to the bottom, it was like lukewarm coffee, and that's just not good. So I tend to like smaller mugs like this to drink my coffee. All right, and so this is my mug that I picked up. It's dirty because I was using it on vacation. I washed it in the kitchenette that I had in the studio, and just didn't wash it before I packed it up the morning of my flight. It's a chip mug. I've been wanting one for a while and just never broke down to actually get one, but picked it up on my very first day. So there were two chip mugs. There was this one, and then Chip, where in the scene that he's blowing the bubbles. And so his cheeks are puffed out on the mug, and it came with a spoon that had the bubbles on top. Looked super cute, but this classic one was the one that I wanted from this trip. It has the chip in it. Very cute. And by the way, whenever I'm drinking it, I noticed when you drink it this way, all you see is Chip kind of like side-eyeing you, looking up. I kind of feel almost like he's judging my life choices as I'm drinking the coffee, but you know, probably just me. And then the last item that I picked up, not for a giveaway, was from Basin White in the Grand Floridian, and it is oh, it smells so good. And it's a tube of their solid shampoos. So I've been using Basin solid shampoos for years now. Usually I use Scalp Soother. That really helps with the psoriasis on my scalp, but they were sold out. And the person who was working at the Basin in downtown Disney Springs told me they had been sold out for months, and to check Basin White, and if not, just to check online. But I figured since I was there, I found a tea tree oil, and then so I got two tea tree oils, and then one, this is what smells really, really good. This one is supposed to hydrate dry scalp. And I know that technically psoriasis isn't that it's like super dry, like it's an actual condition, but I figured maybe that would help a little bit. I got two of both, and I'll just see. Each one, by the way, usually lasts anywhere from 40 to 60 washes. That is not a me saying that thing, that's a what they claim thing. For me personally, I find that 4 of them usually last until my next Disney trip, and I usually would go once a year or once every like year and a half, and it would well last me through all of that. And then finally, I picked up 2 items to put in a giveaway. They are going to be put in the same giveaway. One is from Basin White in the Grand Floridian. It is some soap. This is some Mickey soap. I'm not, like, you can sort of see what it looks like. I am not going to open this up at all, but I will be inserting a picture right now of what this soap looks like. And this soap has the scents of lemon, bergamot, jasmine, geranium, and cedar. So there was a lot of things that I thought would be great for giveaways. I decided on the soap and this item because I didn't know if the person who would be winning this giveaway would, like, say have pierced ears or not, or be open for jewelry, or have any food sensitivities or anything like that. So the soap I picked up because I figured everyone can use soap. And then I picked up these ears. These are from the newer Mint collection, or at least that's what cast members told me whenever I was like, oh, this is such a pretty color. They said it's from one of their newer collections. They had this, spirit jerseys, lounge flies, all of that. It has a big puffy bow and mint sequins all around. Now this giveaway will be open for a week after this is uploaded. I will put the deadline to enter this giveaway on the screen right now, as well as put it in the description box down below. Now, just a little disclaimer, this giveaway is not affiliated with YouTube or the Walt Disney Company or Instagram or anything like that. No social media. This giveaway is open internationally to anybody ages 18 and up. You do, however, have to be subscribed to this channel, so that little red button that says subscribe does need to be hit. And you do have to comment down below, so let me know what the first thing that you would do at a Disney park is. Whether you have never been and it would be your first trip, or you've been countless times and you're just ready to go back. What would be the very first thing that you would do once you would arrive on Disney property? Anyone who comments with an answer to that question and is subscribed to this channel, I will be putting your name in an automatic generator, and I will announce the day after this giveaway closes who has won, and I will comment with a way to get in touch with you to get your mailing address and all of those things to ship these items to you. This giveaway is just a little thank you for your continued support of me and this channel. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of your day with me. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you in another video. Goodbye.